privilege for a few, but right that belongs to all to help us understanding legal aid in access to justice. We have with us today Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Yal Gupta. Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Yal Gupta completed PhD from Gujarat National Law University, Gandhinagar. He is a distinguished law teacher, researcher, and innovator with over 2 decades of experience. He began his academic journey in 2010 and has previously worked in industry with advocates, CAs, and tax consultants. From 2005 to 2010, he served as an associate in the business policy area at IIM Ahmedabad. At GNLU, he was assistant professor, researcher, and faculty coordinator of the GNLU Legal Incubation Council. He later served as an associate professor at Parul University, Vadodara. Dr. Gupta has guided 30 LLM students, MPhil students, and 2 PhD graduates, currently guiding 3 PhD scholars. He is the founder of Pro Bono India. He has conducted over 100 workshops, 50 plus FTPs, presented at 60 plus conferences, published 30 plus research articles, and contributed to government projects, including the Court Management Authority Bill 2017, Legal Education Bill 2019. In 2023, he was felicitated by Honorable Vice President Shri Jagdeep Dhankar for his initiative Pro Bono India. His work spans law, public policy, startups, RTI legal innovation, making him a leading figure in legal education and reform in India. By this, I warmly invite Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Yal Gupta to engage the session. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Mega, for this kind introduction. Sorry, participant, I had to take the today's session because our resource person is not well, so she requested me to take over today's session again. I'll be talking about that session. I wanted to have my session in this particular the FDP, CBP, but again thought let other speak on this particular topic on access to justice. But again, I fortunately I got the opportunity to talk on the legal aid and access to justice. So before start, yesterday also Prasad sir also discussed like uh, the concept like framework of what is access to justice and various other components are related to access to justice. So I would like to know from all the participants, like any one of you can be a volunteer, how we can connect access to justice with legal aid and legal services authority. Yes, any one of you. You can raise hand, you can unmute yourself, or you can put it in the chat box. How we can connect access to justice and legal aid? How it's connected? Yes, any other responses?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, this is Savita Deshpande and I'm from Hubli, Karnataka. Sir, legal aid is one such concept where the theme is justice for all. So, where in legal aid, especially where when it comes to free legal aid, we can say that justice to the door of everyone, which is a right of every person. So it will be helpful to achieve the concept of access to justice when legal aid and the main motto of the Legal Services Authorities Act, wherein provide justice for everybody, irrespective of their condition. So legal aid, especially, it will be a pathway to achieve access to justice for everybody, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other responses I can read out from chat box, like giving free legal aid to the people who are in need, recognized under the Constitution of India, and then you're talking about like free lawyers, advice, courts. Yes. Any other responses?
So it's like legal aid is actually talking about it how we can help the people to reach to the institution for the justice, and access to justice is all about that person have a opportunity ability of a person to go for the formal or informal institution for the justice. So that's how the legal aid is actually related with the access to justice concept.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much for the oral and written response also from the chat box. So people are talking, okay, Article 39A, legal risk component of legal aid will be completed by the accessibility, Article 39A, Legal Service Authority in 1987. Okay. So again, we can see yesterday Prasad sir also discussed like there is a right? So voices are not heard, you are not able to exercise your right. And then talking about law related problems, right? Like other issues like what happens in family. So sometimes we are not able to because it's not legal per se. So we're not able to, execute or implement those kind of rights. Yes, any other okay. Legal aid means providing free legal aid to one who cannot afford, find lawyer. Okay, pay the court expenses. Okay, in simple words here. Thank you very much, Mona. So here, like, then what happens, like, we can see we have legal rights, right? We are not going to defeat definition, right? We have rights, it's violated, we are not able to exercise those rights. Then there is violation of legal rights. Then access to justice comes into picture. But again, what happens, right? Whether there is any recourse for that, any arrangement for that, right? If we are not able to exercise our right given under the constitution or any other law, right? So you can see, like, legal rights are there. Please keep putting your response in the chat box. I will read out. Legal aid should be accessible. Yes, thank you very much, Mohammed Asif. So legal rights, talking about violation is there, access to justice, and then people are not able to, like, there is inability, not able to access. Like again, I can see from the party, it should be accessible. Then legal aid pro bono services comes into picture. Now see, like, can anybody tell me, like, what is the like percentage of the Indian, like, Indian population, they're eligible for legal aid? Any idea? What is the percentage of Indian total population they're eligible for legal aid? Any rough idea? Any random idea? Any idea? Any percentage eligible for legal aid? You're talking about not able to afford or anything. Okay. Prasanna Kumar 60%. Okay. About 75%. Okay. Shivani 80%. Sandhya. Okay. Any other responses? 100%. SK Rajput. Okay. So 55%, 65, 50, 60. Okay, thank you very much. Now see, like, there's eligibility, right? So if you see, criteria is there, we'll discuss. Legal Service Authority Act is there. Okay, 70, 75%. So more than 80%, right? So it's people who are covered under Section 12 of Legal Service Authority. Yeah, thank you, Kriti. So Section 12 of Legal Service Authority Act is there, 1987. So India Justice Report, I hope you might have heard or seen that particular report. So more than 80% of Indian population, they are eligible for legal aid. So women, children, SC, ST, different able people, different like criteria are also there. And sometimes you see different acts are also there. For example, they are not talking about senior citizen. If I am a male, I am a senior citizen. Whether I am able to eligible for legal aid, but different kind of laws are also there. Mental Health Act, and then Senior Citizen Act. So there is a section that provide for legal aid. So it's not only restricted to, like, Section 12. For example, I'm 65. I'm a senior citizen. I'm male. Whether I'm eligible, because talking about, Section 12, um, women, children, and then different able people, and then income criteria also. There are different states, like for example, ranging from 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh 50, 2 lakh rupees, different income criteria depending on the states. So those falling under, but so more than, like, again, more than 80%, like, you can say 100% also. It's not wrong. I would say it's a wrong thing. But again, you can see different way you are eligible for legal aid at particular point of time. Yes, Section 12 stated about the details. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Sakundla. So now what happened? Like, we'll discuss the legal aid. What kind of legal aid uh, activities can be done? The legal aid. What are the issues and challenges? And we'll discuss it very briefly. Now, when we are talking about the access to justice, right? We sir also discussed yesterday clinical legal education. What happens, like, and the Malika Arjun sir also we discussed. We have to give a practical training, and let me tell you, I keep telling in almost all my session, in 95% of subject. For example, some subjects very, very difficult to, give a practical thing, or uh, I would say do some experimentation, I would say, in that particular subject. But 95% of the top subject what we are teaching in law, we can have some practical classes. And starting from beginning, we have subject called law of torts, consumer protection act, motor vehicle. One paper is then 100 marks. Why we are not talking about practical thing, or we are not asking why we are waiting? For example, can't we teach them how to make a, how, like the process of practical thing, right? Something happens, put the problem, right? How will resolve that particular problem? We have helpline number is there before going to consumer forum court, right? We have district commission, state commission, that hierarchy is there. So that way, how, why we are not teaching those things in that particular paper? Any other paper also you can say, give a practical training. And then now this to clinical legal education, that legal aid, right? That comes under the umbrella of clinical legal education. I'm teaching contract it. Why we are not teaching how to draft a contract? Only we are teaching contract one and two section here and there, contract agreement, void, voidable, whatever we are, discuss in classroom. But why again, any other subject? It's not only like, if you go to other country, like it's not a pro bono, like we all of you are aware about what is pro bono in the public, pro bono publico, in the public interest. Helping, right? If you see the other countries, there are different kind of places, not a legal aid clinic. They have startup clinic, senior citizen clinic, tax clinic, refugee clinic, right? Those kind of clinics are also there. So giving like clinical professor are also there. I wrote one of the blog a few years back. So India needs a clinical professors. So now I can see some of the law schools they are having a clinical professor or center for clinical legal education. So practical thing, and it starts from very first year, first time I would say. So we have like articles are also there. Constitution talking about access to justice, like Article 39A again is there. CPC, CRPC, and Advocates Act. So again, others laws, rules, regulation are also there. So 39 talking about right to free legal. It's all of. I hope you are aware about those things. Now see the goal of legal education, social change. Right? We law is a social science, not a discipline. Right, so all of you, I think, young senior faculty, they must be like well versed. Like it's a social science, right? It's not a separate discipline. Now, see the component of legal aid. So now, can anybody tell me what comes under the umbrella of legal aid? If you hear the word legal aid, right, what comes to your mind? What kind of activity that you can do under the umbrella of legal aid? Prasad sir is also part of this particular MOOC, clinical legal education, this MOOC course. You can see on your same platform also on YouTube also. So I have taken, yes, please. In legal aid, what you can do in the legal aid? Okay, mediation, Shivani, thank you. Yes, yes, please be fast. Okay, mediation, counseling, okay. Free legal assistance, lok adalat, ADR, free legal advice, okay. Please be very brief, otherwise, sorry, I won't be able to read. Okay, drafting, filing, defending cases, yes, thank you. Council awareness session, yes, Dr. Chahal. Provide legal awareness, all types of legal, yes. Lok adalat, yes, yes. Pro bono legal services, visiting jails, victim compensation scheme. Okay, thank you. Literacy camp, yeah. Thank you very much. So awareness session, yes. Now see, most of the time we see, you might have seen one of the like the judgment, one of the party approach, Bombay High Court. There should be like that case was related to SEBI, right? We have like security penalty tribunal is there, SAT under the SEBI Act. So there should be a again there's a demand. There should be a separately legal aid service facility for this tribunal also. Then court say no, no, nothing. Everything is there. It's not talking about only court, but tribunal forums also. But we have like I have not seen. Let me tell you frankly, okay, somebody's approached tribunal, got the legal assistance, and filed a case in tribunal. Sorry, it may be there, right? But I have not because this uh, we connect those things with like civil criminal cases most of the time. But again, tribunals are also there. If like I want to file a case like in one of the like tribunal, like for example, uh, we have like NCLT there and NGT, various kind of tribunal, employees tribunals, and then education tribunals. So different kind of tribunals are there. In that also, uh, like people are not aware. Let me tell you. So this is the act, and then different actors are also there. Not depend upon section 12 also, like different actors are also there. So they provides for the okay legal awareness, victim compensation. Yeah, thank you very much. So we see it's not only related to like particular. For example, I have not got response on law reforms. Like, see, filing a case is I'm representing someone before the any authority, court, tribunals, or any authority, legal advice, awareness programs. I think most of the points covered. Uh, 1 second, sorry. Participant, please keep your mic muted. So filing PI again, it's a very when there is a serious matter or anything very important matters, obviously PIL will be there. Promoting ADR. Now we can see. Let me upfront tell you like arbitration. We have like Arbitration Conciliation Act is there. It's a failed law. I keep telling this in my session, like Arbitration Conciliation Act. Again, so thought of we have pendency backlog of cases, this and that. Let's have a ADR system, Arbitration Conciliation Act. Now you can see like what happens. That's why this Mediation Act was introduced. Let us see like what will the impact of mediation in India. So and recently, like few months back, might have seen like it's a two statement I still remember. The arbitration is a like old persons, old man's club. Retired judges, they are are acting as arbitrator, really killing time. Let me tell you, it become it's a costly affair. We are thinking we'll go low cost, low time, timing and low cost, nothing. It's consuming a lot of time. It also help to provide government schemes. Yeah, thank you very much. Another thing, Harish Salve, he made a statement few months back. Whenever I see like retired judges, they are part of arbitration, I lose the faith. Right? That is a statement. So you can see like why again we have to as a student and we can play a lot of great role in ADR system and law reform also. Sometimes, for example, you can choose sitting. Let me tell you, I keep advocating like sitting at home, right? Also, you can do a legal aid, do some research, right? There is a dearth of good research also for the so it help in policy making also. So you can write something, even a one piece of paper. Let me tell you, I a few years back, I think 17, 18, 90, come okay, legal aid index should be there. There should be a ranking for the to the state, what states are doing in the legal aid activity that I thought of, and then other things also I did, one page, 1.5 page, sometimes some bill or policy making, whatever way, sitting at your home, right? You can do the legal aid. So don't think I have to go on field legal awareness, go with placard or the things, and then on ground, whatever capacity you have, resources you have can do the legal activity. So this is also one of the biggest problem, like again, Prasad sir, had like, a lot of things. They have done great job. It's Salkaka Law College. Sometimes we are like telling we have don't have resources, this and that. But again, things are also there, right? If there is a will, there is a way, right? You can do legal activities, awareness activities in best possible manner, right? So that is a way. Now, see, we are like and then uh, we should involve, right? So we have to teach them professional responsibility also. I have seen some faculty members, they keep telling, look at this, advocates and the professionals, they are charging this lakhs rupees, crore rupees for particular hearing and this and that. What, like, we are teaching, preaching to students. So that is a problem we have to ignite, right? We have to become like not, again, Malika just rightly stated yesterday, like we have to inspire students. And then first of all, you have to like, you are a role model for students. You have to involve yourself in some kind of legal activities. I hope, so we have students also. So this have been like, uh, both way, like for example, as a faculty members, this is message to the students, every students, when there is some activities are there, student you have to like faculty members, institution will be there, right? To again, so 80% of job that you have to do, you have to come up with, you have to go on field and carry out different kind of activities. Don't depend upon the institution, they will, we don't have faculty, they are not guiding us, this and that. You come up with something, your wherever you are from, whichever, like, don't think that we have don't have resources, any other, like but again, you can do some activity. I've seen some of the law school, they go to uh, schools and society, keep going on daily basis, or they can plan on a week or twice in a month, whatever they can plan, teach them, this is a contribution. I'm just telling, make a contribution wherever you are from. Don't think I have a small law school here and there, don't have resources, nothing, but do your best. So now, what happened, like legal education is a practical thing, right? Whatever subject you are teaching, like contract tech, I have like one guy approached me like related, sir, please can you help me in startup related document, because startup what happens like, uh, they need also need advice. Initially, they don't have, that much amount of fund. They can go for legal advice and documentation. So low cost. So low bono, like pro bono is there. There's another word called low bono. At lower cost also you can help. People are there. They wish to. They are capable to pay a certain amount of money, not high-fi, that is a hefty amount. So those things are also there. But again, we are thinking underprivileged, this and that. So we have to also, I keep, we have to expand that particular word of, the legal aid also. Startup clinics, again, I have wrote one of the blog a few years back. So those way, sometimes law school used to adopt nearby villages, collaboration with NSS team. Yes, that also required. What happens like in every law, non-law schools, they like institutions, you have NCC is there, NSS is there. In collaboration, we can do the activities because they are going on field. We have, we are from the law school, right? So NSS team, you can join NCC, NNA, and NCC, NSS, and like legal aid, clean cost member, they can go and do a carrying out activity which maybe with law schools. We have like some universities, we have multidisciplinary universities are there. There are different departments. You can like social work or those with those department you can carrying out the activities. So those things also require. Don't think we don't have, or maybe like not from same institution. You can collaborate with other institution also, right? Other departments also, no law school from other college, law school from other institutions, or maybe any other NGO, any other department. I can collaborate with technology guy also, engineering department. They can help in carrying out legal aid activities, right? Dr. Nautika, she will describe the role of technology in access to justice. So don't think we know a lot of things, right? By which we can do, provide legal aid, legal awareness, a lot of things that we can do it. Now, see, uh, again, I don't know how many are aware about that. It's compulsory. Earlier, it was not there. So it's compulsory to have legal aid clinics in law school. Uh, and unfortunately, 95% of law schools, legal aid clinic works on the paper only. They do here and there small activity, and that's it. It's a compulsory. Earlier, it was not there. So again, lot of issues are there in the ground level. Okay, so how long does this process of legal aid usually take to help out person? Yes, thank you. I will get back to on this. Now, see, a lot of issues are also there because legal aid council will discuss. Maybe please remind me on this particular thing. A legal aid cell is compulsory, yes, under the legal rule of legal education. Now, see, this is a journey, right? Sometime you might have seen through the judgment also. Now there's a committee was set up in 1970-72 by VK Krishna, Justice Krishna Iyer. Then the committee was set up in 1970, like Article 39 was inserted. Now in 1987, this law legal service authority came, right, enacted and came into force in 1995. And see, this is the journey of legal aid in India, and then various other things are also the relatively legal. But this we are talking about the major main act. So it's not only this is the particular act. Other act also they provides for legal assistance in different way. Different rule regulations are there. We are not going into this. Now there's a setup, right? We have like NALSA, National Legal Service Authority, right? Supreme Court Legal Service Committee, State Legal Service Committee, High Court Legal Service Committee, district level, taluka level. So this is the hierarchy. Again, I'm not going to detail. Now you can see yesterday, this like judges, they are part of different program, different committees. If we see Supreme Court, High Court, they will like more than maybe 30 committee will be there, budget committee, infrastructure committee, e-committee, this committee, and they are also part of legal service committee. So judges' time is very precious. You might have seen one of the like the report. It takes only you get only 5 to 6 minutes to speak. To present your case in the High Court. Don't think that you are a case. You are making argument. Argument. No. Answer is no. Average time is 5 to 6 minutes only. So it's very precious time, so they have to focus on. And then I also yesterday talked about court managers. They are there to help. Again, certain it has been 15 years, new appointment of court managers. So those again, there's a ground level issues are there. More than 450 court managers are there. I don't know how many have interacted with court managers. So if whenever you go in a court, district court, there will a court manager will be there. So uh, the 13 Finance Commission, they allocated 300 crore rupees for the appointment of court managers. So those things, those managerial aspects are required, technology, those kind of also things required. Now, legal aid things, like can see, sorry, Lok Adalat, one of briefly I will discuss, right? So, a different way, like we are talking about. So we can see the first Lok Adalat was happened in Gujarat only in 1982. So it's people's court, out of court settlement, and before pre-litigation, post-litigation also we can go, resolve the case to, and then certain cases are there. Matters are there like family matters, like electricity, motor accident, insurance, property. So those cases, not all cases they go to like a lok adalat that can be taken. Yeah. Yes. Section 18 and CPC. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Now see, talking about legal, lok adalat and then pre-litigations. So now we see, uh, some of you might have read or maybe like teaching or learned like we have commercial court act. So earlier we have like it also commercial related matter, commercial disputes. So in that day here also like pre-litigation. So pre-litigation mediation is also like being advocated. It's a part of like for example this commercial court act. So section 12A. So it's a compulsory to have pre-litigation mediation before filing a court in commercial court. Sometimes some of the law we will see if there is a scope of right amicable settlement. So that is a word, right? If we see it can be settled, then they will refer. And here, okay, there is a compulsion. You have to go there, right? Until unless you can, without approaching in that, like for example, section 12 of 12A of Commercial Court Act. So pre-litigation mediation again, it's a responsibility is given to district legal service authorities. You have to approach there and file a case, and after that, if you're not pressed, then again you can go for proceed with this commercial case with the commercial court act. So compulsion is there. Some of the law, as I told you, consumer and other act. So scope of amicable settlement. So those kind of words have been set up. If they feel it can be settled, so they will refer. Otherwise, court is there. You can keep fighting the case. Now, Lok Adalat, majorly we can see the National Lok Adalat. It's a campaign, so you can see different, and then starting from state level, high court level, district level, they plan in between also, and then nationally they plan, right? So preferably Saturday, Sunday they plan. So you can see this is the Lok Adalat process very briefly. So here you can see here like pre-litigation. One second. Now you see here like pre-litigation. Two things are there: pre-litigation, so regular Lok Adalat, and then here right side you can see the post-litigation. So at any stage, it's not case is started before filing. For example, you go for a particular case. If you think okay, you can put up next. Lokodala is coming up. For example, now fourth in this year, 13 December, the Lokodala is there, National Lokodala. So you see, so pre-litigation mediation, regular Lokodala will be there. Reference by the court, and then it will start. If settle, right, then award will be given. Here say non-settlement, and then so you go to court, right? So that is so it's a regular pre-litigation, right, before filing before admitting or filing a case. And then permanent lok adalat, again it was inserted later on, so you can see permanent lok adalat. So here you will see it's adjudication, one kind of before going field. So permanent lok adalat, they decide case on the merit. So it's a different. So pre-litigation, so permanent local adalat is there. So application, any party can make an application, start, and then they will see conciliation also. So I hope you understand the decide case on the merit. They will see the evidence will be there. They will decide on. They later on they will give a award. What I discussed earlier, pre-litigation, amicable settlement. They will try, right, and see, okay, now for example electricity bill is there 50,000 rupees, now I can pay only 40,000, okay, now settle, that's it, matter is there. Now we will see, everything is there, evidence will come into picture, right? So you see, uh, they will go for the conciliation also. I'm talking permanent, it was later included in this legal service authority act. If nothing is there, so, and then the permanent lok adalat, they will decide a case on merit, right? Again, evidence, as I told you, and then award will be there. Not nothing happened, right? Not successful, they will send to civil court. Post litigation, again it's very simple, like filing a case, things are happening, family court, motor accident, negotiate whatever your case, banking related matter. So regular lokadar applicant party also can by go for a lokadar or reference made by the court starts. Then settlement, right, we discuss, already discussed. If no settlement, right, not settlement, so case return to court. So this is the procedure of lok adalat, in briefly that I prepared one of the book on legal service authority, and then recently on ADR I will share soon. Now see, This is the like I hope some of might have been to Lok Adalat laws as a conciliator or might have taken student for visit. So this is again this month also fourth National Lok Adalat for 2025 will be there on 13. So it's a good success I would say. You can see the figure like 79% of the cases were disposed or taken up. How many cases state wise you can see, you can check it or your state. I will share this PPT, so please don't worry. Cases taken up. So almost 80% of the case were disposed. And then settlement amount or that also can see from this particular figure. Now, Lok Adalat, in short, they focus on amicable settlement. Different cases, I am not reading out these things. So focus on amicable settlement only. They are not like, let me go for one of the judgment. Sometimes, matter goes to high court also. Sometimes they put up some kind of cases that is not cannot be settled in the, and then sometimes very specifically this kind of cases won't be taken up by the local law. Those kind of so this thing again, this case talks about not to entertain a property dispute. Again, there's a clear cut circular also there. They are not supposed to adjudicate, right? They are not not adjudicative power. Amicable settlement, same thing will happen. Mediation also, recently might have seen one of the cases they have to there should be a confidentiality. Mediation, what happened, you have to state okay, A and B, okay, it happened, right? It was not successful, and they don't uh, communicate entire thing, what happens, what you heard from party A, party B, nothing. Simply mediation will settle all right, but just that way that you have to mention, nothing else. So confidentiality will be there. Same thing like talk about the amicable settlement. Uh, what happens like when we include like practical thing, we as we I told you like we conduct a program on 5 times course on legal aid, and then around more than 20 hours session but different topics. So practically what happens like it give you, for example, I'm teaching family law, right? You take student to family, they listen to family issues. Now you can see what kind of family issues are coming up. We have family law, one, two papers are there, but it's not sufficient. The kind of cases on, and then every day you can see one and two judgments are coming up, they are not eligible maintenance or this and then divorce or, and now custody and then divorce, lot of issues, right? Now you can see the the act, when particular act came in family law, Hindu, Muslim, or any other law, you can see personal laws. Still, you can see the issues has come up and very very different. They are not, and then especially I've seen recently we did program on family law also, and then I also got to know so many things. Rule regulation, sorry, acts, provisions are also there. Still, if you interact, then you'll get to know. Okay, now these things happen on ground, but it become any law. So now you can see, so we will give a practical training, teaching family law, consumer law, anything. ADR obviously there, in constitution also, in contract also, right? In company also, in IPR also. I remember like I was teaching IPR, then I had students because IPR, you can see like its importance of IPR. We are talking about IP awareness, right? So different kind of program being organized by central level, state level, different kind of authority, state college level also, making people aware about IPR. So then I asked student, right? Uh, I don't want your report, submission, presentation, nothing. You go to your school, right, and make a awareness program. In Yes, thank you very much. So go to your school where you studied your complete 11th, 12th and do awareness program on IPR. I will marks based upon this particular thing. So this is the way, like, they will also learn, teach, make them aware, like, students aware about, and one student like taught in BBO also. MBO also has student, like, go to, like, this, prepare a particular, go for awareness program. Some group of students, they went to, garden also in park nearby, and then morning walkers, they made a awareness program. They guided them particular, about particular law. So those way, like, we teach them. We are teaching in classroom this act, this act, that act, this provision, but can go on ground whether people are aware about this particular thing. Now, this legal service authority, right? What do you think, what is the percentage of people they know about this legal service authority act? Came like 1987, came into force, completed 30 years, came, right? What do you think? कितने लोगों को पता है there is a act of Indian population? Any idea? You can just do a survey, right? Wherever you just do brief survey, stand your students on ground, right? And then see. Yes, please. Any responses? Yes, any one response? I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Less than 25%. Okay. Majority, let me tell you, I would say it's good. I would less than 25. So 10% I would say you can do random survey. You can ask here and there, okay, 8%. Okay. You can do random survey. You can ask people, आपको पता है फ्री लीगल एड ऐसा कुछ लॉ है ऐसा वैसा. Educated people, you can ask, नहीं पता है. They don't know. I keep getting call from all over India and then try to advise from my side, guide them. There is a law. Go to this legal service authority. Try to connect with people. Helpline number is also there. नहीं पता है लोगों को. It's not responsibility of law school, right? So others, university is also institution. They should advertise. Put at least okay. This is the helpline number. I went to uh, Dwarka a few years back. There's a temple, Shiv temple is there. Nageshwar, that temple. So first time I saw in temple and Dwarka Legal Services Authority. So it was really I was very happy to see like they have put up on free legal in temple. So in that way also you can just put up right wherever it's possible. I went to few months back I went to like post office, so they put up okay Vadodara. I am right time in Vadodara, Gujarat. So they put up okay Vadodara District Legal Service Authority, free legal aid. So I was really happy on that counter itself. I went for correction in Aadhaar card, so in that they put up this and then few years back I uh, um, in Surat. So I saw that particular okay Gujarat Legal Service Authority on bridge. At least those helpline number now you can see kind of helpline number for cyber. It's people know. You go to highway, we have number is we know numbers helpline number. So that way we have to make people aware about and issues are also there. Sir, कोई फोन नहीं उठा रहा है this and that. Those things are will discuss. Issues are there. But again आपको पता ही नहीं है ना ignorant. हमें पता we don't know about this kind of setup arrangement is there. They also need feedback कि नहीं चल रहा है. Pass them feedback, helpline number or any other online platform effectiveness. They will do the course correction. Otherwise मतलब they okay सब चल रहा है बढ़िया. We have launched this app platform grievance redressal helpline number. Again, what is the effectiveness? Now this is the report I shared in the group done by Prasad sir. So very important project report I would say. So they took up like a survey. So study law school based legal aid clinics. So this is survey like they did in Odisha, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, 39 law schools they covered. Now what happens like there is no extra like law school we take it as a extra burden. Why should involve ourselves? No, there is no credit is given when until unless we like as a faculty student especially until unless there is a credit, so they don't work. इसके से marks ही नहीं कुछ नहीं. Why should waste our time this and that? And like some of the law school, let me tell you, two three law school I know like GNLU they have to do like 20 hours compulsory pro bono work in a year. Otherwise they won't issue certificate. It's a compulsory. Right, you have to submit certificate and then there's 20 hours 100 hours in a 5-year course. Same thing in Salgaga Law College also. They have set up properly kind of legal activities they have to involve. Some other effort I would say, optional papers are also there like and the compulsory papers are also there. I have seen on public interest lawyering or paralegal services that way. So this is the way how you can inject like essence of helping society do pro bono work. That way you can do it right with compulsion also, sometimes voluntary thing also. And then issues other again, it's a big report. I would say just brief things I have mentioned. Only few activities happen like no legal activities, and there's no collaboration. If you do collaboration, every institution we have limitation, we can collaborate and do certain kind of activities. That will be a great thing. One, two law schools, they come up and do some activity, law schools, and they can talk to other schools, right? Not law schools, and do active carrying out those kind of activities, social work, social science, or any other, and don't restrict, like, medical वाले क्या करेंगे? No, every like law is everywhere, so they should be made aware about different kind of relevant law at particular point of time, in different from state to state also. uh, I met Prasad sir like in one of the event when I went to NLU Odisha. That's a UNDP funded project. Then I connected with Prasad sir, Patil sir, other seniors also. Then one faculty came from Tamil Nadu, I think National Law Institute or maybe like so. They were land law clinic. I'm repeating, land law clinics. So, so then I asked, sir, we have a lot of problem. So we have to customize. There is also like we discuss. We cannot standardize. Okay, this is the legal activities that we can uh, should carry out. No, we have to sometimes some activities can be done by all the law schools or any other school. But again, certain you have to look and customize depending on the requirement in your region. Because see that faculty told me like I think 8 9 years back. So so we have like issues, many cases are there, like related to land, so it becomes successful. Recently, I think last year, NALSA, National Law Institute Hyderabad, so they come up with the agriculture legal clinics. So you can see, agriculture, so it's become very, especially this, law, agriculture related law recently, like last 2 3 years, issues are there. So that way they come up with agriculture legal, clinics. So this is a way you can change, customize different way. See, requirement otherwise general law clinics also fine. Sometimes they put okay now legal clinics there in that what if okay focusing on woman related, child related, or any other, right? For example, like some of the law school recently we had a program on disability laws. So like there is Center for Disability Studies also. Like GNLU is there, NLU Odisha, HPNLU Simla, right? Nalsar, Hyderabad, and then NUJ is Kolkata. So they come up with Center for this. So a lot of issues are there. As I told you, person with disability acts, there is also talking about mental health. They are talking about there is a provision of legal assistance also. Now, see, these are the issues report was discussed. There is no financial support, no credit is there. Faculty again overburden, right? So they are teaching and they are extra burden they're thinking. So those issues are there. No support from Bar Council of India, no training for faculties also. Judiciary is not also interested, and then a lot of issues you can just read out later on. Now, see, uh, we have to train faculties, right? Guide them so various ways so they can involve themselves in it. I've seen some of the law schools that faculty is very much in, they are very close to me. I've keep seeing their activities extensively. They are doing different way kind of activity in their region law school in different way. So here they suggested there should be faculty should be there, train law schools, potential, and they will train other law schools and the faculty members. There should be a uh, like talk. Let me tell you, last especially 5 6 year, many activities related to legal aid happening, competitions, conference, seminar, those kind of things happening. Earlier, it's a very really happy. As of the initiative that I initiated personally at as working various places that I initiated. So last 5 6 great initiative happening. Earlier, other what happened, like we have like moot court competition. Very much we are focused on, we have people take pride in organizing moot court competitions. And then recently, like Presidency University, we supported that this pro bono, that events they organized. So we supported that particular event, this President Bangalore competition, and talks were also there. So 5 6 year you can just Google it out, different activities related to legal aid, especially in last 5 to 6 years. It's a really very a great thing. Let me tell you, right? We are focusing on moot court debate and different kind of activities like trial advocacy and then mediation, arbitration. But again, we have to focus on this particular activities also. Uh, Now you can see very nutshell. I am not reading out. Like one of the professor, like Professor G. Singh Man, he conducted study funded, so legal aid councils. So what happened? Like they took the samples. You can see this is the beneficiary. So majority what happens, legal aid council, it's a 3-year experience required to become empaneled with the legal service authority. So initially you can see like it takes time, right, to get a cases and then make your mark in that particular field. So you think, okay, let me join legal service authority for the experience, like वहां से केस आएंगे बड़ा we'll do it. And then here also they join for the for the experience, no sincerity, no sincere thing. And on other things also you can see like not good in draft, and sometimes some serious cases you can see not able to handle those kind of thing. And other, if you see the other aspect, there is no incentive. But recently, now things happening, and then talks are also going on. They be recognized. Extra marks will be there. And different kind of an exam will be there. So some incentive should be there. Here, what happens? They get the case, and then it will take time to that nominal amounts on particular case. Then the cap is also there. You get this amount of and then also it takes a lot of time to get those honorarium. So a lot of issues are there. Again, we should not blame all the time. So this particular report definitely talks about a lot of uh, I should not say negative thing, but again, this outcome of other things also that they should be recognized properly, I would say. Then they'll be an incentive should be there, and they will involve themselves in legal activities. So you can just read out. I'm not going into, and they ask one of the cases. They ask money from client also, those kind of percentage you can see different kind of. And then they ask judicial officer how legal aid counsels are there. No, they are average in skills. They ask look at this beneficiary also. They ask legal aid counsel. They ask money from. They are not supposed to ask money from the parties. So you can see figure. I'm not reading out. You can read out later on. Now look at this. This is I think and I was talking about. So April 2025. So reward lawyers involved in the free legal aid in parliamentary penance stress government. So there should be like what kind of activity there should be a registry. You can say pro bono laws. They should recognize future prospects should be there. If I'm doing activities, help me in public prosecutor exam, some extra marks like in judiciary exam, right? Or maybe like in teaching. Uh, Sometimes like see like students like when they are applying for example masters or any other program in abroad. So they give weightage to if you are involved in the pro bono work. So that way it's a weightage. So the PLV, paralegal volunteers, underutilized recognition training should be there. So paralegal volunteers, you can see uh, law students. It's not only law people from anyone can become paralegal volunteer. Not only from people law background or certain age. Anyone I have seen people from different background having 50, 60 plus 70. They are working as a PLV, enhancing pro bono lawyers compensation also. So this is an issue, recent one that things were being discussed. Uh, some cases you might have seen, they are not experienced. Yes, I will discuss. We can please put the question at the maybe like if I will try to answer. Maybe you can put up towards the end also in question answer. How to start a pro bono work? Sir, yeah, thank you. I will get back. So uh, some cases, right? This case you can see like serious cases. I'm a 3 4 year having a experience and I'm legal counsel. It's very difficult to take up serious case. So those issues are also there. And then other cases we see like this case talks about like for example I'm legal counsel and then I'm getting a file. Today is for example Friday. I'm getting a file today only, right? And there is a case I have to present on for example Monday. Oh, so it's very very difficult. Should be given a reasonable time. It's not only okay but it should not be namesake. Might have heard like the form of justice, like you Lalit talked about the legal aid to poor. It should not be a poor legal aid. हाँ बस कर दिया ऐसा वैसा. It should be like like competitive, like competent legal aid for the not name से कि भाई हाँ कर दिया legal aid दे दिया अब हो रहा है. It should not be there. Uh, few things are there like talking about legal aid, scope of legal aid, different kind of activities. We need innovation in legal aid activities also. Funding issue like CSR through CSR that should be also encouraged. Like through CSR also we can include get the money from for the carrying out legal aid activities. So legal aid council I talked about, and then coordination with law school, NGO, that can be, again, I'm not reading out. It's a long presentation. I will very fast. Sorry. So legal aid different council, like criminal cases, what happened? We have seen like more than 80% like like prison population, they are under trial prisoners. Various reasons for that, they are they are in prisons for years and years. Now see, so for criminal cases, this was introduced now in almost all case state. They introduced a legal aid defense council. Don't confuse with the legal aid council. Here, in that, on case to case basis, the money will be given. Here your the fixed money will be given. The legal aid defense council scheme. Recently government also they come up with the project to do assessment of this particular scheme. They floated like tender also to do study. uh, One of the known person, they submitted also project report, so they will study like how this legal defense council scheme was impactful. So we can see now it's almost all state. So it's a criminal matter, so not all cases. So don't confuse with, again I'm repeating, legal aid council or any other. This is a fixed and public prosecutor. They're appointed. Exam things also happen. Legal aid council, this is a different thing. The chief legal aid counsel will be there, and then deputy assistant officer. So this is the structure of the human resource. You can see money chief, so fixed money will be given. So a couple of my I think friends, they are also working join in this legal aid council. So chief 72, and so 1 lakh rupees, deputy 50, 75. So it's a good thing, right? So fixed amount of money, it's assure you some surety. So this is the structure of this thing. So now we need innovation and legal aid activities. So different kind of like awareness program. So let me give you one of like Sama, you might have heard. So ODR, we are focused like pre-resolved Vivad. So they're working on ADR, sorry, ODR. Now we have ADR is there. Now cost effective. They, I think some might have seen Shark Tank. They appear on Shark Tank also. They pitch their idea. They got money also from sharks. Some started in 2016. Student from NUGS Kolkata. So they're focusing on ADR pre-resolve 360 that you can see below. So started by Nikita, and then uh, and they are chartered. I think they're chartered accountant. They, but they are not lawyers. So this is like you can see. These are the examples how we can resolve issue awareness program. Law tools, again you can see they are like uh, legal awareness, right, with the help of cartoon. We have cartoons, so explaining law with the help of cartoons. So law tools, two sister, um, Kaylee and Kanan. So one of the Kaylee, they were sister, they passed out from GNLU, and then they started this law tools and the crowdfunding. Right, not they put their money, they crowdfunded this particular project, come up with, and then others also are there just giving you idea how innovatively they private player also they can do it. Now they did a collaboration also, what happens like COVID-19. So law school also they joined their hands. Sometimes you see like you can also approach, or maybe I'm not talking law schools, other you can do certain activities, or somebody is doing, can we join, you initiate, right? Or maybe somebody is doing, can we become a part of, be a part of your initiative or help? That will also you can be contribute in that way. So here GNLU, NLU Bhopal, they come up with they help migrant worker, because nobody was allowed, you can see sitting at home, they plant, and they make a arrangement for food also, and then a travel conveyance also. So that way things happen. Lot of issues, you can see what happened in corona time. Here one of the student from GN, like so various rights, ये कहाँ मिलेगा वो कहाँ मिलेगा, different kind of rights are violated. So she started like COVID's rights in India.com. uh, Here I sorry yeah, you can see there in corona time. So in 2021, so Department of Justice, they know, so and students were also there, so different interns. So they asked, so can you provide some interns, right? They can help, because panel lawyer, they used to get 50 to 60 call in a day. So you can see it's humanly impossible to respond them. And various kind of questions, ration card nahi, ye nahi, wo nahi hai, and then many questions. Sometimes you're not, so those kind of things. So here we divided, we had a meeting, and then we made a team of, okay, they will focus on this thing, resources. So immediately you can guide. And like we Forget about your reading you have done, like for example, like practitioner or teacher having 40, 50 years experience, but sometimes some kind of questions come before you won't be able to answer. So in that also, sir, I am calling from Jammu Kashmir, ye aisa ho gaya. So you should have that kind of resource. Okay, I will go through it, because in difficult situations, right, you don't have luxury or don't mind very well, especially for example, who are not educated. ये कहाँ पे जाना है, ये कहाँ पे फाइल करना है, ऐसा वैसा, you don't have anything. We were clueless. So those things we like supported, and then the student they made a team and then help to panel lawyer like in free legally a lot of things happens. So like sometime might have see sometime issue happen for migrant, and then now look at this in airlines might happen compensation, anything happen in natural calamity or man-made no issues happens. So some sometime might have seen, okay, free legal will be provided, this advocate or law schools or law firm they will give. So this way somebody should come at wherever it's possible with the available resources. Now related to, like for example, law school, these are one of the concerns that gate we have, like law schools. There's no visibility. We don't know where is the legal aid clinic. It should be visible, and then preferably it should be gate at the gate of your law school. Legal, like near my university, there are other department also, management, technology, and design. Other department are also there. 6, 7 faculties are also there. So on the main gate, so you can imagine if law school we can okay afford, okay, we'll have a legal clinic at the gate. So what about multidisciplinary universities? So they set up a good thing. Their good setup is there. It's a good encouragement at the main gate only. So it's a almost 100-acre plus campus. You can imagine at the gate. So it's a good initiative. In GNLU, few years back, like their setup, it was on third floor. You can imagine, I used to sit where I was working in GNLU. So again, you can imagine like in third floor legal aid clinic. So in legal aid that conclave competition. So in that way they inaugurated at the gate. So that kind of arrangement should be rather than like we are not aware about in some corner there is a legal aid clinic and then people are not aware about this thing. Helpline number should be there, board should be there at least nearby, okay, some distance, your law school, okay, legal aid clinic. So take care of your surroundings. Maybe 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, put up a board or this is a legal aid clinic. You can define date, timing also, and mobile number also, helpline number, and then try to solve problem in your surrounding. Right? Don't try to okay go here and there. Right? So it will be great help. Yeah, so you can see as working in Parul City, I would say I really appreciate this initiative. So they had a legal aid center manager. So it's in a village area that Parul University. So they full time. So that law advocate will so we can name the legal aid center manager. So again, that person will sit in with that village area. It's one of the taluka in Vadodara. So and then provide legal aid activities. So there's a very good initiative, I would say, full time. So obviously it's not possible for all. So different. I think you can customize, see what way you can do it. Pro bono thing like to putting resources. Right. I have learned. Let me tell you, especially last 6, 7 years, lot of things, legal activity issue, what can be done, part of judging competition here and there, presenting thing. That way I have learned. I am not an expert. I am still learning a lot of things. What happening in India, abroad also, different countries. That is a idea. This one of access to justice, one of the I will share this link also. You can do it whenever you are free. It's a free, MOOC course. So that can be done. It's launched by NLU Delhi. So program of access to justice. Tele law also 2017. So online you can get the pre-litigation advices. Many are not aware about this thing, especially because last no 5, 6 years because of, as I told you, then people have started. No, otherwise people were not all. I will share this PPT, madam. Don't worry, and it's available. I keep sharing LinkedIn also, various places already I've shared. So many were not aware. Let me tell you, tele law and Nyay Bandhu app is also. You can get pre-litigation advice. So don't think like, for example, as a paralegal volunteer, if I know, for example, so I can also register somebody issues problem. Okay, so my neighbor is having problems, I can register. Don't take okay access to, like we have technology. It's also digital divide that we discussed yesterday, Prasad, or also some of the participant. So things are there. For example, okay, this is what I can complain on WhatsApp number, anything. I can guide them. I can make a complaint or any representation that I can also do. Beneficiary educated, you can guide them. This is the app, or you can make a complaint number or anything. So here, things happen, and then CSC is a common service center. PLV is a paralegal volunteer, right? Now you can help them, right? They can fill up, and then there is appointment, and then we can have you put your case before them. You can have a advice. The most time, from with one advice, thing can be resolved. ऐसा हो गया वैसा क्या करें, and then one advice you can say, like things can, we can resolve issue. Sometimes we are not feeling well, one visit, डॉक्टर ये लो दवाई खाना सुबह दोपहर में शाम में 2 दिन की दवाई, and things happen. So we compare, for example, litigation is equal to surgery. Here, like it's a big thing when you go for litigation surgery. Here small thing advice, right? Clinical, like clinic, legal aid clinics, small, okay, suggest here and there, complaint, things can be resolved. There's no fees for, again, earlier it was there for criteria. Now anybody can avail this service for telelaw. This is the figure you can see in telelaw. 1.10 crore beneficiary and the telelaw they reach. So and then this app, they launch app also, Bandhu app also. So as a beneficiary, you can register them, right, on this particular platform. Advocate also, you are willing to register. Issues are there. I am not going to right now in detail. कभी नहीं रहता है, they are not able to, I have registered, I am not getting case or beneficiary now. So issues are there, let me tell you. But somebody should be there, make them people about, start using, make them aware, and then pass on to, like when you are connected, right? Now you can see when bill comes, right? Now last one, especially 1 2 year, I can see, they invites comments on particular bill. And then I've seen law schools, they prepare a report, and they, okay, there should be um, data protection, there should be changes should be there, right? So they invite comments, they send, they put it on various platform, LinkedIn, okay, our law school, they did make a report. So this one kind of inclusive effort, I would say. Not only, okay, we have made up legislation, okay, just throw, right, dump on in the society, on citizens head. No. So that way, it's a good thing, an opportunity here also we can. And from my side also, I keep giving, भाई काम नहीं कर रहा है, so I'm connected to, like some person, so I suggest, भाई ऐसा हो रहा है, नहीं काम कर रहा है, ऐसा वैसा, right? So whatever things that you can also pass on to authority. uh न्याय बंधु, I please check it out, explore this thing, pro bono dash DOJ, there is a website. And the legal, you can see, like the these are now, earlier telelaw scheme for there, telelaw and न्याय बंधु. uh Now they, like 5 year scheme. So budget comes, you might have seen, they for the setting up, faster courts, and then e-court, lok adalat, they allocate budget. So some of might have seen, for this particular thing, building infrastructure, building courts, they come up with budget differently. And this are scheme also, designing innovative solution for holistic access to justice India, DISHA, DISA. So they allocate 250 crore rupees in that, and then mm, they, like how many number of they short, they keep coming with different figures, and then at particular point of time, helpline number also is there. Whenever you share helpline, I've seen, sir, ये helpline काम ही नहीं कर रहा है, ऐसा भी बड़ा things happen. Then you can imagine, right, on the ground what happens. सर अभी चल ही नहीं रहा है, एडवाइस इतना ही हुआ है, नहीं, we are not satisfied. Now the helpline also come up. Now there is a number. So I keep it, like as I told you, advising people, connect with people, tell them about legal service authority, and then share this number also. Sir, कोई phone this thing, this feedback I receive, sir, उन्होंने advocate, I remember one of the I gave, sir, उन्होंने advocate दिया था, and then the advocate is charging money. So ऐसे basically, like, this is for the two numbers are there, like by NALSA 1510 and then 1445 by Telelo. So you can also try, give it to someone. just check it out, right? Tomorrow you are in trouble, or you can advise, you can put it. I really urge everybody, you can put up, a helpline, some, sorry, how we are putting like, cyber, this cyber fraud, or any other like police number or any 112 108, whatever, we are putting, highlight those numbers. That same thing is a legal assistance. So then people will start using, right? There will be engagement will be there, right? And then we see like how thing happens on ground. They'll also get, okay, earlier they, we used to get this number of calls, right? We see like, what happens, like we um, get figures like 108 ambulance is there. So in that particular time we get, this number of calls in the particular time, this festival, this number of time. So that way here also they can see by बहुत calls are रहे. They also need, feedback. So those things are there. Again, I have to, sorry, to rush out. App is there. So आप भी अब देखिए रहा, इट्स वर्किंग, वेदर कन्वीनियंट इज देयर और नॉट, काम कर रहा है कि नहीं, राइट? दोज थिंग्स. So they are told in the beginning also, right? Lot of things are there. App, platform, helpline number, grievance redressal, ombudsman, this and that. कैसा काम कर रहा है, right? So sometimes you experience yourself, somebody experiencing, sometimes they one thing they ask, invite comments, suggestions, sometimes they come up with project also, submit uh, a report, right? Do a survey and submit a report so they can do the course correction. Like look at this lok adalat. Sometimes you really, like things are there, right? You want to solve your problems, right? You, okay, initially like if you see नहीं बैठे बैठे sometimes okay, one or two times you go to court and then after they go यार यार कब केस खत्म हो, right? When will get rid of this particular case or issue. So lok adalat, okay, I have to go a particular place, this for particular, resolve one case is there, for example. So sitting at home, okay, now hearing things can happen. So this initiative by, Gujarat Legal Services Authority, they come up with the guidelines of SOP from e-lok adalat. Issue is there, for example, I have to my, bill is pending 20,000 rupees, uh, and then electricity board is there, right? So hearing can be done. So sitting at home, okay, now, okay, sir, I will pay 10,000 rupees. You can imagine, look at that, it takes time. I will travel, spend time here and there. In one hearing, things can happen. So make it like, easy, like you can see like going court, when you start thinking, it's very, very negative. केस चलेगा सालों साल, this kind of, and then we sometimes we feel happy. ये case, oh, dispose, this case dispose in, few months or few weeks. We feel very happy. We know the, sorry, I'll be, one second. E-look at that. I'm not, you can just read out. So now, one of the article, now things will happen, right? So one advocate, earlier also Chief Justice, you Lalit and other, like, do at least three cases in a year, pro bono cases in a year. And then in foreign country, you will see before getting a license, like, certificate of practice, you have to do like New York bar, and like one of the like couple of students, they approach me, but again, so the application, I have to do 50 hours pro bono work. Then it's a requirement of New York Bar Association. So those kind of requirement are also there. Now, I think it should be there at least, because uh, it's, like, response, like for example, as a medical also in field, do some, free of cost, like do, camp, other things, do something for society. One day not able to afford. You can imagine if you are able to do two, three cases, you can imagine thousands of lawyers are there. It will be a great impact. At least do like for example one case. So, and definitely if incentives are also there, it will add value to your professional career. It will be great because sometimes, everybody is not motivated. If incentive is there, वरना कुछ मिल रहा है, right? So then I will work, otherwise let it go. This again recently we did, like, one of the like program on legal aid. So it's a great Chief Justice, he was addressing, appointed recently. No, one for kitchen, one for society, right? So they asked, you have to contribute towards the social. No problem. Our responsibility also there, right? We have to run our family. We have to, live our life, a decent life. You decide, right, what way you can help. So this is a great line. Other line also, as I told you, right? And recently, Chief Justice also earlier also, predecessor also, they made a statement on related to legal aid. Online mediation training portal is also there. You can just keep checking whenever you get time. Project 39A, now they shifted to Nalsar. Right? It's a great initiative on, different. So the report you can see legal aid under trial prisoners, they submitted report. Uh, as I told you, agriculture legal clinics, in set up by Nalsar, access justice fellowship, different kind of, activities like recent we have CSG, Center for Social Justice in Ahmedabad. So they come up with a young fellowship. Some institution of NGOs are there. Things so they invite, like, you come carrying out activities, you're getting, that fellowship, right? 40,000, for whatever is amount. I'm not going to that 40, 50, 60, whatever is there. So, because it's very, very difficult. I'm passed out recently, right? For example, LLB, LLM, I'm a 23, 24, 25, whatever is like. So I need also money. And then really helping, right? So, things are there, so it's very good incentive. I can carrying out activity, uh social activities, right? I'll, because money, you have to decide, right, what amount of money you require at particular point of time, because there is no end. There is no end, right? So that way you can decide money, time, advice, giving lectures, guide people. Things are there, it's up to you how can you do it. Yes, I am talking about this young professional program for legal empowerment. So, I think they give 50,000 rupees this at Ahmedabad, one of the, prominent NGO. So that way they keep many others also initiatives are also there. And then these activities, I am being a part of this thing, keep going for judging. So legal aid, clinics present, they make a presentation, what kind of activities they are doing. Also, I also learned as being a judge, people are making presentation, right? And then what others, different kind of law school from all over India, what they are doing in legal activities. We did in state level also, we at GNLU, and now it's a great initiative. Last 4 years, this NLS Bangalore legal aid competitions. So they be a problem, and then they different give different tasks also, right? And then make a presentation. So award for faculties also, and then law schools, faculty, different categories are also there. So great initiative, right? As I told you, last 4 5 years, great things are happening in legal area. 5 to 5 6 years, last 5 6 years. So different, and this is I think recently also, right? 4 times for last 4 years, different activities. Others you can see pro bono conclave. As I told you, recently presidency they conducted, so I supported that activities. And then NFSU pro bono conclave, we initiated that at Gujarat state level, different academic work, right? Different kind of cases. We did case comparison books also. We did on Article 39 also. I shared that particular Google group. I'm sorry. Google links, please go through it and you can read out, circulate, and use those, case compilation done on different topics. Uh, then again 2 years back, so legal, now there's a lot of these things are there in legal service authority, so I thought of let me plan handbook, so having acts, different kind of cases, different rules, regulations related to legal service authority that I did. Again, different other publications are also there related to different and presently doing different other activities also. We did different courses, as I told you, different activities at different point of time. Sorry, I had to rush because already 8:15. I am open for any questions. Yeah. Thank you very much for patient listening. Yes, any question, query, you can put in the chat box or you can raise your hand. What challenges do legal aid lawyers commonly face? Uh, for example, as I told you already, I had discussed, again, I'm repeating, no future prospects, not that good amount of money there, and then money, for example, for case for 5,000 rupees. But you cannot ask money from client. You have to sometimes you have to spend from out, okay, for stationery, Xerox printing, whatever is there. For example, 1,000 rupees this happen. In case hearing per appearance, those things happen. And then you better make an app, right? You submit those things, it will take months in a times, right? So those issues are there on ground. So future prospects, right? Incentive should be there on time, then they will be encouraged. And sometimes again, tomorrow also, I would say there will be a compulsion. I would say I'm 19, I would say 100% compulsory. They have to, and then I also, support this thing. Each and every lawyer, right? They have to do maybe, I don't know, X number of cases in a year, pro bono work. Otherwise, there won't be a renewal. Like we know certificate of practice. What is to happen? I have passed. I have registered with the bar, and then what happened? Like verification comes, right? You have to verify. So those rules came. You have to verify with the bar. Submit all things. What cases you were involved in. Other what happens? Like people were there having uh, showing I'm advocate, and then in fact they are not practicing. So those things happen. So I strongly suggest compulsory, because again social obligation. Let me give you the example like CSR. CSR was not compulsory in Companies Act 2013. It made compulsory. So a lot of issues were there. Why should be compulsory, right? And some companies were they already doing CSR, right? More than 2, 3, 4%, like they were doing, like Tata, Ambani, others, Adani. But again, because you are using society's resources, that is fine, right? So in that way, and then now you can see after a certain point of time, lot issue happens, right? Why should be compulsory? But again, people accept it and they are doing these activities. So yes, okay, thank you very much. Yes, yes. Uh, Two student, yes, there's a Sudhakaran, Dr. Sudhakaran evaluate effectiveness. So one student, my two PhD students, so one already completed from like Surat. So what happens, like for topic sir किस पे करूँ मैं ऐसा, so I suggested do on this because some topics. So study of effectiveness of legal aid service provided in the Surat district. So she completed, right, so did a good amount of work. Now one student is also like one of the North Gujarat, so he is going to submit his thesis. So one of the district, same topic, district change. So same thing, like so keep discussing, sir ऐसा हुआ, सर्वे लिया मैंने, I have done this survey, this and this outcome. So uh, again, he personally also got a lot of insight, and then it will help, right? What is happening on ground? How many are like different stakeholders, like for example beneficiary, authority, judges, advocates, right? Concerned, like effectiveness of this legal services in particular district, whatever, you can do it. Like Professor G Singh Man, he got the fund of, I think it was a 2-year project, right? I think by ICSSR funded 20 lakh rupees. I think budget was there. So he like so again funded, and 11 districts. So very extensively he did survey, and then so that way it's required. So you can also do. I did in one of the like. In LLM also, I in UG level also ask one of the student to do sir concept of, for example. So I suggest if somebody is I won't impose particular topic. Sir, guide me. Then otherwise I also suggest in PhD also, in LLM also, in UG also I suggest do this activity, legal aid in particular area. That way also can be done. Any other question? Again, what follow of organization do you recommend in the same context? Sorry, I'm not getting this question. Yes, Advocate Saurabh, sorry, you can unmute. I'm not getting these questions. Yeah, by the time, any other questions? Sorry, I had to rush. It's other it will take 2, 3 hours if I keep speaking. I share with this PPT, right? There is not okay. Session that broadened. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm done from my side. Thank you very much. Please go through PPT. It's a long PPT. Uh, yes, over to Mega.
Thank you for effective and insightful session, sir. Now I request Purnan and Gali to propose vote of thanks. Over to you.
Good evening to one and all. As we come to the end of the today's session of 1 week faculty development program, come capacity building program uh, on access to justice organized by the K.L.E. Society's Law College Chikodi in association with the Pro Bono India. It is indeed a great privilege and honor for me to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our resource person, Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta, founder Pro Bono India, for sharing their expertise on legal aid in access to justice. Thank you so much, sir. I extend sincere thanks to Pro Bono India for associating with our institution and for sharing their valuable work in promoting access to justice. A special thanks to management of K.L.E. Society's Law College Chikodi and our beloved principal, Dr. D.B. Solapure, Principal K.L.E. Society's Law College Chikodi, for his constant support and guidance and organizing this meaningful program. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank all the faculty members and participants for attending this session and actively taking part in today's discussion. I also thank the technical team and coordinators for their support in conducting the online session very smoothly. With this, I thank everyone and hope that the knowledge we gained today will guide us promoting access to justice to all. Thank you, one and all.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, yes.